Yo, what's going on guys? This is Miasin and welcome to my Numeron Eldlich testing video. So before we start, friendly reminder to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And yeah, the replays that I'm going to show you are actually against the meta, so it's going to be really fun. And yeah, that's basically it. So I hope you guys enjoy. Take care. Alright, so for replay number 1, I was playing against an Adamantipator deck, so nothing too special, and as you can see, I'm going first actually, but I don't have Numeron Network, I have the brick instead, Numeron Calling. So how did I win this game? Well, very simple. It's called Skill Drain. Skill Drain, by the way, skill. There's a reason. I think Konami, when they actually designed this card, they knew that obviously it took a lot of skill to skillfully win with Skill Drain, so that's why they skillfully put the word skill in it. Because as you can see, I'm going to do a lot of like really intense thinking, right? I'm going to set back row, it's thinking like my opponent is like trying to like play around everything, magical mid-breaker. Like his hand is insane, like it's the actual crack, but it just doesn't get him there because I have Skill Drain, which is the 1-card win condition, so the only thing he can do is summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon and pass, and yeah, that's not enough because during the end phase it dies and then I just win. So I literally nothing interesting happened after that. It's just very boring beatdown. And if there is one thing that I should note is that Adamantipator, like at this position in the game, the one way they really out Skill Drain is by crashing Gigantes, but as you can see, I was also able to like set up the Golden Land Forever, so I already have like a way to negate Gigantes, or if they play like resourceful utility cards, just like, I don't know, Cyclone or stuff like that, well, I also have Golden Land Forever. So if you want to play around, like, I don't know, like, if, like, in theory, you could also, no, I guess I was gonna say, like, you can pop your own Eldlich, that's 100% irrelevant, because Gigantes only destroys spells and traps when it is destroyed by battle, and not just by card effect as well, so you don't necessarily have to, like, Conquistador pop yourself, you can just pop them, like, their Gigantes when they try to crash. But yeah, as you can see, this was way too easy, just Skill Drain got me there, and yeah, it's literally at this point, because the thing is both of them are going like amazing going first and second, but Skill Drain, if you're going first, well, all you really need to win is just one Eldlich, and Numeron Network, well, it just gives you one free turn of like playability, but like Eldlich doesn't like get you there necessarily. So I think Skill Drain is actually better than Numeron Network in this deck. But yeah, anyways, that was it for replay number 1. I think this was the only replay where I did not have access to the Numeron cards, so let's jump into the other ones. Alright, so now I'm actually going second against the same guy, literally the same guy. He's playing like kind of a weird version, I don't know, like I haven't seen someone play Signs in a while, and I think he's playing like a lot of like, I don't know, he played a lot of weird cards against me, and he also plays 3-block dragon, if I recall correctly. So now he's just passing because, oh yeah, sorry, one interesting that I noted was that he actually would have been able to like push if he went Doki Doki, discard the Seeker, because then since he discarded like another Doki Doki, his Signs could not like revive anything. So he went for like kind of like the greedier move, and I think it just, yeah, like my infinite wouldn't have been enough if he just pitched this, because then he summons Seeker. Even if I Ash, it's dumb because then he makes Needle Fiber. So honestly, he did everything wrong here. I just 100% disagree with his line of play. I mean, yeah, sure, like you think that discarding Seeker is bait because you're probably gonna have access to like an Adamantipator monster later on, but yeah, I mean, obviously if this was a researcher, ooh, I would have been in deep trouble, like very deep trouble. Once again, Ash wouldn't have been enough. He can just go like Excavate Guardian, then I obviously cry, and then I lose. But yeah, no, fortunately I also top deck Numeron Wall for turn, which is absolutely insane, so I get my Numeron Network, and that is a 1-card OTK because apparently that is also very fair. So just look, man, I have a bunch of useless Eldlich cards. I just don't need them because now just one card gets me to freaking 4 monsters with 8,000. And also, I actually thought here for a while, I was like, is there like a cool play that I can do to banish the Block Dragon while it's a spell or trap? Because I can't just banish the monsters because Block Dragon is like equipped, so it's actually going to be sent to the grave and search 3 monsters. And if I actually destroy the monster, like by battle, the Ash couldn't be used because it's actually during the damage step. So I was trying my best to like prevent him from getting the searches, but then I realized, oh, I can just kill you. It's literally that easy. So that's what I did, and yeah, it was actually that simple. So in hindsight, the guy definitely did misplay. He shouldn't have discarded Doki Doki. He actually should have discarded the Seeker, but at the same time, you can't always like predict hand traps. So it's kind of like a weird paradox of like playing out Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, do you accept weird plays, like quote-unquote misplays, but misplays that help you play through hand traps, or you play like optimally, quote-unquote, but just forgetting the fact fact that hand traps exist. You know, it's quite interesting. And that is definitely something that you actually should know when you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In competitive real events, because you don't get a second chance. Here, obviously, it's online, everything is free. You can lose and make mistakes 10 billion times, and it is 100% okay. The important thing is that you learn from your mistakes, because if you keep doing things like that and you never learn, well, obviously it's a problem. And also, some people might feel like I'm talking like I am a teacher, but that's absolutely not the case, because things like that are also like errors that I do a lot, like a lot, but you know, it's just like what I'm trying to teach you guys is not really just don't make mistakes. It's just try to go back on a game, like save it as a replay and just analyze every single like bit of the game that you can in order to like get something off of it. But anyways, that was it for the Adamant Separator player. The second one will be against Salamangreat, so yeah. Alrighty, so the guy actually went first both games. So he went Debug, I went Ash, because obviously there's no way for me to know that he actually has a Silent Mining with a pretty good hand too. But yeah, he gets the Gazelle, and then... So this is the weird part with Debug. Since it's like not a Salamangreat monster, I mean, it's just so weird because you don't have anything else, so you have to like waste your relink on the Veiling. So the Gazelle is just, it doesn't allow you to send like the Roar, so you can actually recur it with Sunlight Wolf, because you don't have any other fire monsters yet. So the only thing you can do is actually go for the resource game, which gets him back his Gazelle. So in theory, he's not doing like that bad. He has Phantasma and Ash. And Phantasma could have been good if I actually went for Megaclops. And the Ash is technically quite good, you know, especially in Salamangreat, because it's a fire, so it's recurable. He has Gazelle in the hand. He has, you know, like a decent, respectable board with like pretty good like follow-ups. But once again, Numeron, well, just doesn't care about, like, Numeron Network doesn't care about anything. Like, nothing is ashable, because I don't know why they also gave the ability of this card to play around Ash on top of that as an added bonus. It doesn't surge the card from your deck to your hand, it activates it, and it doesn't use your normal summon, and also it has a Battle Fader effect. It's just stupid. So now, once again, summon 4 monsters, attack, and honestly, here at this point, I didn't do the maths. So I genuinely thought it wouldn't be game because of the Veilings in the grave. So I was like, I don't think I can do this. There's no way I win. And obviously, the first attack, obviously, it's me taking damage, and then he just sponges a lot of attacks. I attack again, and then once again, 8,000, attack 62. I was like, wait, what? How did I do that? But I guess I just suck at maths. But yeah, the easy way you can do it is like calculate 1,000 plus 2,000 plus 4,000 plus 8,000, and then like subtract the amount of life points your opponent can actually sponge with his monsters. But no, seriously, I was very shocked. I just didn't know I could actually kill through basically 3 monsters, because 2 monsters with Veilings. So yeah, very shocking. But anyways, let's get into the final replay. Alrighty, so once again, I'm going second. I have a very good hand. I have Numeron Network and Numeron Wall, so whatever, one card is useless, but if anything, you can go Numeron Wall. They waste their Called by the Grave, and then you use this, and it's not like you were scared of Called by the Grave, but, you know, I'm just saying. But my opponent has Whale, Infinite, Roar, DD Crow, and Parallel Exceed, so look at what my opponent is going to do with his hand. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, so this hand is obviously not good because there's not a Salamangreat monster, huh? Is it? Well, DD Crow is a Salamangreat monster. Once again, that's also something else that I've realized after I played the game out, because before I actually make this testing video, I actually take all the replays that I want to showcase, and then I just like look at them again, and then I try to like think, because I have to like kind of think of like a script and things to say before I actually go into the video. But yeah, like this DD Crow is actually something that could have helped him a lot. He could have went, not Link Rebo, this DD Crow, he wouldn't have made for Link Rebo, but he actually could have played like, I don't know, El Mirage, and then this triggers the Parallel Exceed, summon 2 monsters, make like a rank 4, and then the El Mirage would have turned on the Salamangreat Roar, because shockingly enough, El Mirage is actually a Salamangreat monster. Yes, I know it's funny. And also, even when El Mirage dies, you can revive it back with Whale. It just, it sounds very happy-landy, I don't know. And then there's Infinite on top of that. To me, this just sounded like a good hand. I mean, this would have been 1 interruption, 2 interruption, and then 3 because of the rank 4. Yeah, this legitimately could have been 3 interruptions, and like 3 respectable ones. I mean, Baguska wouldn't have been... Oh yeah, Baguska would have been... Yeah, Baguska would have been good. What am I talking about? Yeah, Baguska... I mean, the thing is, I had like 2 Infinite on top of that, so it would have been like legit impossible, but... Once again, you can't really... You're not supposed to think like that, but I top deck Ash for turn, so normally this would be bad, but Yeah, you're gonna see. I mean, I'm already hovering against the top over the top deck, which is Salamangreat Circle, but yeah, obviously I cannot OTK, obviously, because they can only double their attack when you actually battle a monster. So that's kind of unfortunate, but still, it's 4,000 free damage, and it was really stupid to summon the fourth one, because 3 monsters is enough. You can only use 3 monsters for Zexal, by the way. I forgot to mention this in my old video because I actually did not read this correctly, but yeah, so some people still think that you can actually make Zexal with 4 monsters. That's 100% incorrect, because I think they're kind of confusing it with, I don't know if it was like the Barian guy, the guy that you can use like any amount of monsters, or I know VFD is one of those weird monsters that shockingly allows you to use like multiple level 9s, even though like, when are you ever making VFD with like 4 level 9s? Like, never. You're always making it with 2 level 9s, otherwise it's neggy. Just at this point make VFD and Phantom Blast like enter Blatnir. But yeah, I'm making Zexal for 3, obviously, so 3k. And then this Eldland is going to search for... Oh yeah, okay. Because the thing is, I did not have access to like an elixir, so I was like, wait, a golden land. So I was like, at this point I might as well just try to transform these cards into resources. So I have a useless Numeron network in my hand, because the way I got it wasn't by activating the Numeron network as a spell from my hand. I actually used Numeron wall. I think this is like way more correct, because you really want to keep like spells in gray, like in hand, so you can actually use the effect of Eldlich. So that's what I do. I actually like discard myself, pop the Cursed Outland, and I send Haquero. And then I'm actually gonna lose out to DD Crow, so I once again I can't really play around that. But during the end phase, I'm going to get my Red Splatter, which is sick because it's like Resource City. So I have Zexal, Red Splatter, Double Infinite, and Ash. Like, how can you play through this? It's ridiculous. So during the standby, I do this. He also 100% misplayed. Well, I mean, he should have went like Circle in response, and then I would have Ashed the Circle, and then there's no reason to use Infinite, but he went Infinite first, and then Circle, for no apparent reason. So it doesn't give him anything. Now it's just like a wasted Infinite, because he's not going to play after that anyway. So like, sure, Zexal is negated, but he can't even jump over it, he can't do any other plays. It was just a very, very waste. It was a waste of card. He maybe could have like set it and... Nah, I'm pretending like he could have actually sponged... hold on. Yeah, I only attack for 25 next turn. He negates this, so he becomes 0-0, and then for turn he top decks Jaguar, he has Whale, Roar. He has to play around Infinite, he has Parallel Exceed, I can negate, but then he can revive back Jaguar, but then I can actually negate the Veiling, so he can't. Oh yeah, but then he has the Whale actually. Yeah, whoa, this actually would have been completely different. Oh wait, no, hold on, no, so, sorry, of course not, because then he has to deal with another Zexal. So like it becomes 2,000, he's forced to use it during my turn, the Sponge, then his life points would be only 15, then I would detach the final material, and he would indeed lose. Yes, and does Jaguar? Yeah, Jaguar deals piercing, so I would lose a little bit of damage, but who cares? It's so crazy how Jaguar shockingly deals piercing. Hold on. This card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. Nice. Obscurity City. But yeah, I win. I literally win at this point. And obviously I top deck a card that I can't use, because if I use it, then the Zexal, like, he can't attack anymore, because only zombies can attack while I have this. A lot of people would probably like be really trigger happy. They see a card that is like a +1, they go like, oh, I'm going to activate it right away. That's like stupid for multiple reasons. If they sponge this and they end of battle phase evenly you actually lose a lot of resources. Same thing with the trap, like you might as well just do this on main phase 2, and just all of your like card advantage things, you might as well just always do them after that. Battle phase just comes first, and make sure you always keep the maximum of cards in your hand as possible. I mean, the least amount of cards on the field as possible, so basically what I'm trying to say. But yeah, basically I'm just attacking, and that is how it was done. So yeah, Salamangreat, Adamantipator, what can actually just deal with this deck? I mean, it's definitely a real problem for this metagame, but I don't know if the correct thing to do is address Zexal, because when you think about it, Numeron Culling is like so incredibly like cancer. Like the way it was, I don't know, it was worded with like so much freedom of what you can actually do, not enough restrictions, so maybe that is what Konami should actually think about, like maybe banning this card for a while. and force people to, I don't know, like print more Numeron cards, so Numeron Wall and Network would still be playable. But I don't know, I really have just no like thoughts on this at the moment, especially since Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't really exist. But anyways, that is all I had to showcase for this Eldlich Numeron testing video. So if you have any comments or feedback, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.